Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback, and on today's episode of Heroes of the Storm, we're going to be playing Rexxar. He's got a bear, he's really large, he throws some axes, it's pretty fun. He's a pretty good character, although he is a little difficult to play, and that is the way that it should be. No, it's a YouTube video, so feel free to like, comment, subscribe your heart out. And on today's Volskaya Foundry, we are going to be playing with an Avatar, Arthas, Orphea, and a Thrall versus Tracer, Medivh, a Nubarak, Gazlo, and a Nazeebo. Ooh! Just getting the Misha stun right off of the top. Really, really love the way it's working. Okay, well, the team is just running it down. Even though we are an Avatar comp, and I think this is probably ill-advised, it's working out just fine. Tracer eating a lot of damage from my bear, which is fantastic. If you do not know how Rexxar works, he's a two-part hero. There is Rexxar the dude, and then there is Rexxar the bear, which is known as Misha. Misha is, for all intents and purposes, an extension of yourself. You're going to target her with your D key. That's your trait key. That's how you tell her to hold certain spaces, attack certain people, or attack other things. So you have to click on someone with your D, and then Misha will go hunt them down to take a bite out of them. It's really helpful. She does a lot of good scouting in the bushes. She does a lot of good zoning if she's just free to attack people. And your W, which is an entirely Misha-focused ability, is a huge, huge AoE stun on a whole bunch of characters, potentially, from the bear. I mean, it is just crazy how good the stun is. But that being said, 2/3 of Rexxar's kit is going to go into Misha. The only ability that Rexxar has that he can use when Misha is dead is his Q, which is the Spirit Swoop, which is going to throw a bird in a direction that's going to deal some damage and slow. And that's kind of, you know, it's okay. Ultimately, Rexxar can do a lot of auto attack damage, but it's tougher to do that when you are running for your life. It looks like Tracer is going to recall out of there, but Misha's not going to die either. We're just going to dash her forward, get her some health back with our E key, which is the final ability called Mend Pet. Mend Pet is the most expensive ability in your entire kit, maybe barring your ultimates. Let's see what those are. That's 75, that's 75. Mend Pet is 70. Okay, so the ultimates do cost 5 more mana than Mend Pet does. But still, healing Misha is a really, really expensive ability. So if you are just spamming that button, teach yourself not to. I'm still doing that myself because I don't play this character a whole lot. But stop yourself from pressing the E button repeatedly because you are going to run out of mana so fast. Sometimes it's worth it just to let her die. Other times it's worth it just to, you know, tap. It'll be just as good, I promise. Can't quite kill him. Misha did tank a lot of tower shots, but she's going to be just fine. We're going to hit her with the E, and then just back anyway. We'll get the health back on everybody a lot quicker this way, and then we can go meet up for the objective. Now, your ultimates on Rexxar are both, well, let's be honest, there's only one. You're going to take Boars. Unleash the Boars is a huge conal ability that is going to let Rexxar throw out a couple of Boars who run at the enemy team and slow them for pretty large amounts. And they are homing Boars, so they will track down the people that they are attached to quite quickly. Not only that, ooh, nice kill, but there goes my bear. But at level 20, when we get the upgrade for them, the bears are going to root with the kill command talent. So it's really, really effective. And it is, I don't think it's a super long cooldown either. 60 seconds. No, that's 1 minute. That is very, very short for how good this this ability is. So you can just kind of whip it out whenever you want to. I mean, show everybody at the party how much you came to bore. Now, your other ultimate, Bestial Wrath, is pretty bad. All it does is increase Misha's attack damage, I think. Yeah, 200%. That number seems like a lot. I agree. But ultimately, if Misha's just getting focused and killed during the Bestial Wrath, which is very often, I mean, she's going to take way more damage than Rexxar is. It's kind of like, should I really do this? Whereas the slow that you can get with the boars is going to be just much more useful, I think. Trading 1 for 2. Well, 2 for 2 it looks like. We've still got Misha in the backline, running it down on the Gazlowe. Is she going to be able to make it out of there? Going to get the stun on the Anubarak. We might lose her, but we definitely got that Bugman to back the fuck up. If he comes in again, he's definitely killable by me and mine. Perfect. Going to get the robot nice and easy, walk it down to the bottom lane, and start punching some walls. I don't particularly give a shit about the robot. I just need to get in it to get the XP and get my team ready for the next fight. First robot sucks. Second robot, this sucks too. Third robot, also pretty bad. But it you know, fourth and fifth robot should be potentially game ending. So, if you weren't aware, also, the robot's Rocket Fist instantly kills minions. So if you have minions lined up and you shoot a W at them, they all die, which is really nice. Just a lot of easy XP for minimal effort from range, hitting the Tracer with the knockback on the Rocket Fist as well. Got the whole wall down on the bottom side here. The boars are out. We're going to slow everybody under their fort, but nobody on my team looks ready to go in. Arth is still deciding on his ult. Looks like he is trying to convince himself that Syndragosa is worth it. I didn't know you could do that. Turns out you can kite Misha around the bottom side there and still tap while starting the camp. Really awesome. Really fun stuff with this character. There's so many things that you can learn when you're playing Rexxar because of the two-part nature of the hero. It's fantastic. So much movement, so much vision, so many talents that just make the character cool. The only thing that you have to worry about is getting used to the controls, and then after you do that, it's all downhill from there. Now, your build for Rexxar is... I'm not sure really how to explain it. It's definitely going to have... Some of the talent tiers are going to have more purpose on different maps into different comps. Other talents are going to be, you know, just 100% useless. But at the same time, you do have options on this character, even though the options may seem a little bit... Okay. See, I don't know what happened there. Because my mouse was on top of Nazeebo, and Misha just completely whiffed the interrupt. And I was just as shocked in the middle of the game as I was right there. So, I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid and didn't see where the cursor actually was, but I was pretty positive it was directly over Nazeebo's big dumb stationary face. And maybe Thrall had the same problem I did, missing his thunder completely, so... Anyway, let's see if we can get the gank on him. He is slowed, stunned, and chomped into oblivion. Goodbye, Nazeebo. That's revenge for juking my shit by standing still. Now, your build, though, the talent tiers at level 1, number 1, are going to... they're going to give you a couple options. In this match, specifically, we have taken Easy Prey to buff Misha's auto attack damage versus minions and mercenaries. Damn, Anubarak just getting slapped around. Which is really helpful for Merc Camp Clear, which is really important on Volskaya because, you know, turret camp, siege camp, yada yada yada. But you can also take, I think it's, what is it? Bird of Prey. Bird of Prey at level 1 gives you a shitload of minion damage on your Q, and as long as they're lined up, you can basically delete an entire minion wave with it. It's really strong, and if you can believe this, it used to be even stronger than it is right now. When Rexxar came out, like, this was the talent that would just literally would delete minions. I mean, there was no contest. You just throw your Q at them, they explode, and it's like, oh my god, please. That's too good. But apparently they recognized that, toned it down a bit, and now you have the ability to take easy prey instead. I don't know if Flare's necessarily good, but the boars are out. Looks like Medivh is rather slowed. He's got very little health, gonna get killed by the Syndragosa. The tower is off. Anubarak goes down as well. We're gonna lose Misha and Thrall, but we've got the Gazlo. He's dead. The fort is down. We can definitely kill it. Not super sure why we're chasing kills. I'm standing on the objective for you people. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure the robot will be perfectly capable of killing the building when it's ready. If you weren't aware, Syndragosa turns off buildings for 20 seconds, I believe. So when you do that, and then you go in and you get a bunch of kills, it makes sense to capitalize on that advantage and also do a bunch of damage to the building. So, you know, just a little tidbit for your own game. You're welcome. Big two-man stun. Looks like Nazeebo is going to ice block himself out of it. The boars are out. I can't really get Misha out. She's going to get killed by a bunch of spiders, which is unfortunate, but my team is still taking their sweet time killing the fort. Are we going to actually do it? Perfect. Everything worked out exactly as planned. And, it's probably time to go. We don't have a bear, yet. Wow, it doesn't show you Misha's death timer on, When you're in-game, you'll have a separate death timer on Rexxar's portrait for Misha, but in the overlay, it doesn't show you her death timer. Interesting. Anyway, right, so at level 1, Easy Prey and Bird of Prey are both very good. Depends on what you need to do. If you need to wave clear more, go for the Bird of Prey. If you need to kill more minions, mercenaries, go for Easy Prey. If you're the camper of the team, you know what to do. But Flare ultimately probably isn't a very good talent, given the... Well, it's not a bad talent. It's going to be overshadowed by the other two talents, which are incredibly good. Now, your next talent tier is also going to be kind of up to you how you want to deal with this. This is the tier that kind of dictates a Rexxar boss build. So Misha and Rexxar can take bosses completely on their own with a specific talent build. Actually, they may be able to do it without a specific talent build, but there is one build that makes it a lot easier, and that's going to incorporate Hungry Bear. Misha's basic attacks heal her for 4.5% of her maximum health. And that's really good, period, for keeping Misha alive, but ultimately... I can't pick the turret up. Someone come over here, please. There he is. Thank you. Thank you. I just need the globe, so I appreciate you picking up the purple thing that I cannot. What was I saying? Oh, right. Hungry Bear. Gonna make Misha really, really healthy when auto-attacking anything, and especially when she's killing, or when she's attacking bosses. You can see on something like an Alterac Pass or a Cursed Hollow, she and Rexxar. Oh my god, I'm in the wall. We're ice blocked out. I mean, we've got our feigned death, but we're going to get stunned a little bit. Now we just have to continue walking away. Everybody is held down by the ley line seal so the enemy team can get away. They did not pick up the biotic emitter, so we're just going to go ahead and snag that real quick. And everything turned out better than expected. Feigned Death is our 16 talent, it's our ice block, and it is very good. Just like that dead Medivh, whose body is getting launched all over the place. Fantastic stuff. We can walk past the wall, guys. We can definitely do some damage. It's okay. Misha is going to get the Nazeebo this time. I think he interrupted himself, but at the same time, I still feel good because I hit him, and that's all that I need. He's just dead. Super dead. But Hunter-Gatherer is typically the talent that I'm going to take because the regen and the permanent armor on Rexxar and Misha are very good. And the globe amount that we need, 25, isn't low, but it's also not huge. It's not a regen master, so And also the fact that Misha can just go pick up globes for you from relative safety is really handy. You can also take animal husbandry here if you're just completely undying Rexxar. You're never getting killed, you're never getting dove, but it's a little bit of a risk for sure. It's a huge payoff the longer you're alive, but it is a totally shit talent if you die in the late game and you have to somehow recoup all that maximum health. It's basically you're not going to have a level 4 talent if you die at level 20 and have to recover through time the health. So it's fun. It dings a lot, but the hunter-gatherer is definitely the way to go. More often than not. And then Aspect of the Beast is our level 7 talent. This is going to give Misha the ability to reduce the cooldown of your W every time that she auto-attacks by 1 second. And considering it's a 10-second cooldown and it's an AoE insane huge stun, that is perfect for doing more of that. So Misha usually gets ignored as well, especially once the team fight breaks out. It's really crazy how she just kind of walk into the enemy team and they're all off focusing other shit. So nice. But Aspect of the Beast really just helps you fulfill that that follow-up off-tank role, off-lane whatever role. Crippling Talons and Taking Flight, they're both decent options as well, but you're mainly going to be taking abilities like those when you're building Rexxar purely for auto attacks. So Rexxar does have an auto attack build that you can make Rexxar do lots of damage, and you can play him in the 4-man. Damn, Gaslow just deleted. You can play him in the 4-man that way. He becomes kind of like an auto attack carry. It's a lot of fun, but there is less Misha involvement, which is kind of why I'm like, do I really want to do that? And then your 13 talent, we're going to take Dire Beast here. So Dire Beast I like over Wildfire Bear because Dire Beast gives you a huge nuke amount of damage on your charge, which you're already charging up every time that you auto attack with Misha to reduce the cooldown. So it's just really good. You can do tons of damage on top of your AoE stun. It's just crazy how much fun and how much damage you can get out of the ability. And then your 16 talent, Feign Death, we already talked about. You've seen it in action. It is an ice block that's going to let you control Misha while Rexxar is feigning death. Super useful, super good. And then your 20 talent, the Kill Command, is just the root on the boars, which is super helpful for most engages, killing lots of people, setting up big team fights, and plays for everybody else. It's really fascinating how good Rexxar is and how often he just is not picked. So, yeah. To anyone watching this video, start playing the character more. You're going to have more fun with him, I promise. And if you want to do some cheesy boss bullshit on some big maps, you can do that because it's definitely something that Rexxar has. Oh, he went Crash Lightning. It's something that Rexxar can do. So I guess it's Volskaya, so this is like one map that Crash Lightning is okay. He still didn't get a whole lot of stacks out of it, though. There wasn't much fighting going on the objective, if we're being honest. So we took Easy Prey at 1, Hunter-Gatherer at 4, 7 is Aspect of the Beast, Unleash the Boars at 10, Dire Beast at 13, Feign Death at 16, and then Kill Command at level 20. There is a talent at 16 that gives you move and attack speed as well, which is a auto-attack centric talent. But Rexxar has a lot of builds. There is a lot of variety in his talents. It just doesn't seem like it right away because when you read them, you're like, man, that's kind of lame. But once you play the character more and you can kind of get attuned to his different play styles, it is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Just get past that initial barrier of difficulty and you're going to win games. I promise you. Anyway, that is it for me. We'll be back tomorrow with Samuro. And no, I'm not going to play any cheesy bullshit build on that character because I don't think those are fun. We're going to play whatever the E build is called. What the hell is the E button called? We'll figure it out tomorrow. Stay tuned.